The Prime Minister has arrived in Jakarta. He's got an important agreement to formalise with the Indonesian President, and it is quite a significant security arrangement just below our top alliances with the United States and Papua New Guinea. It's
significant but not game-changing. I don't want to be excessively critical, but it's good. It's definitely a good thing. It does codify a lot of things that are already happening. It is below anything like a mutual security agreement where we would actually come to each other's aid if attacked, as we have with some other countries, and therefore it's a different category from the PNG security agreement, for instance. Yeah. But one hope out of this is that the next step is a three-way agreement between Indonesia, PNG and Australia. That, again, just sort of knits a little bit more of the sort of cooperative fabric across the region, which is good for everyone. I stress it's great for the Prime Minister to be in Indonesia. It's our largest neighbour. It's a very, very important partner. One thing that is interesting me right now is that while our focus is on the region, the rest of the world is very, very interested in Australia. So we've got Ursula von der Leyen, the European Commission President, visiting in a week or two. She's going to hopefully sign a European-Australia security cooperation agreement.
Right, okay.
Now, hopefully that will grease the wheels towards a trade deal over the longer term. I'm not sure they're quite there yet on the trade, but the security agreement is important. Yep. So that's great. Mark Carney, the Canadian Prime Minister, who we know from his now well-known Davos speech, is looking for international partners, and he's coming to Australia. There's a big Danish contingency.
He's going to address the Parliament as well.
Correct. So it's a really significant and senior, high-level visit. Multiple Danish ministers are coming to Australia, I think next month. Very interesting in the context of Greenland. So the rest of the world has looked around and said, the world's in a mess. The US is unreliable. We're looking for partners. Australia, we're interested in you.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually. Yeah, so where reliability is needed.
We're a natural go-to for those sorts of other, like-minded partners.
Yeah, interesting. And just finally, before you go, I'm intrigued by this fallout of the Epstein files. Yeah. It's hitting so many different individuals, including the British Prime Minister, he's not mentioned in the files. Yeah. It's because of one of his appointees.
Yeah, this is brewing as a bona fide political scandal in the UK. There's a lot of people speculating that it could be the end of Keir Starmer. I'm borrowing from somebody else here, but
over Mendelsohn, who's on the
over Peter Mandelson, who that's right, who he sent as the UK ambassador to Washington. Of course, turned out to have a very it didn't turn out to. I mean, it should have been glaringly obvious to anyone who looked closely that he had an unacceptable relationship with Epstein. But I mean, the point is that once you add to Keir Starmer's long list of shortcomings, grubby, dodgy backroom dealing, you have to ask, what's the point of him? I mean, unlike Boris Johnson and Liz Truss, he wasn't chaotic. He was clean, he was boring, but he was very process-driven. And these sorts of things shouldn't happen under Keir Starmer, and it has. It's deeply embarrassing. Could be the end of Keir Starmer.
We'll be watching that, and we'll talk to you about it probably next week. David Wroe, thank you.